It's summer, or it's darn near summer, and if you are anywhere near the southern part of the United States of America, trust me, it is summer. And summer is the perfect time to go ahead and reevaluate your goals and do a complete reset. So you have time. You have got plenty of time between now and really honestly even the first official day of summer to go ahead, reevaluate your goals, and go ahead and get back on track. And today I'm going to give you several tips on how to be your best version by the time summer hits and you will be at your prime. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our goals. Yes, go out and dig your goals that you set for yourself more than likely at the beginning of the year. And look, the thing about your goals is your goals are fluid. They are not locked in a set amount of time, even if you've given yourself a deadline. You always pick them up and reevaluate them. And the reason that I really like to encourage you to think about a summer reset is because summer is the time of year where you're really not as distracted as you are at the beginning of the year. You're coming off of Christmas and New Year's Eve, and there's all that positive momentum and everybody's on the bandwagon for goals. But if you stop and you look at it going into the summer, you probably do not have some of those same distractions, not to mention all of that hoopla that accompanies the beginning of the year is behind you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to reevaluate your goals and make a determination, are these even the same goals that I want to achieve for myself now that we are almost halfway through the year? If they are, then own them, and we'll talk about how we're going to make traction in them. If not, then it's okay. Scratch, delete, and go ahead and reevaluate your goals. And one of the things about goals is when you eliminate a goal, it doesn't mean you have to replace it with something else. I think so often when we achieve a goal, we think, okay, great, I achieved it. I need to be doing something else now. Or, okay, I'm not doing this goal. What is going to replace it? I personally don't believe anybody should have more than 2 to 3 goals over the course of a 12-week period. And quite honestly, no more than 4 to 5 goals for a calendar year. And the reason that is because when you have that many goals, especially if they are not interrelated to each other, the level of distraction that you pick up trying to achieve that goal means that something along the way is probably going to give or take. So have some quiet time, pour yourself a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, a glass of sparkling water, whatever it is you need to do, and reevaluate the person that you said you wanted to be on January 1st, and look in the mirror and make that determination if that's who you are in May or June of this year. So now's a good time to really, like I said, think about what you've accomplished. But I'm just curious, what are you the most proud of that you've accomplished this year? It doesn't mean that even that you hit the goal that you laid out, but what are you the most proud of that you've been able to accomplish? Go ahead and leave a comment down below, because I think it would be so cool to see what you've accomplished and encourage each other. And now's also a great time to subscribe if this video is resonating to you, or this is all about wellness and health, emotional well-being, then this is the place for you. So summer is also the best time to also reevaluate your routines. Once again, more than likely you are not in the same place. If you have school-age children, you know that your whole routine is about to change because your children are going to be home more often. Depending on your career, this could be a peak or a high based on what you do for a living. I'm in education, so this is a low. So there's more time to set back, reflect, and think about what I've accomplished that's behind me. But your routine for summer needs to probably look a little bit different. Your skincare routine probably needs to look different. What you're eating needs to maybe look a little bit different. More than likely during the summertime, this is the time for barbecues and get-togethers and traveling. And a lot of people who didn't pick up positive traction in the beginning of the year with fitness really drop off in summer because they're like, what's the point? Well, once again, you have plenty of time. This is a time where it's daytime longer. So this is where you can really start robbing yourself of sleep because it feels like you have more day when you know, and I know, that you have the same 24 hours that you had when it was winter time. So this is a great time to reevaluate your sleeping routine and making sure that you are getting the adequate amount of sleep that's necessary for you to be productive. In addition, because you do have more daylight, this may be that time to jump on that early morning bandwagon and test out what it feels like to maybe wake up early in the morning and start a routine. Whether it's a 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or even a 7 o'clock routine, you've got daytime on your side, and so take advantage of the opportunity and reevaluate your routines and make that determination if you can make adjustments that are going to yield a more positive result for you. So summertime is also the perfect time to hydrate. It is the perfect time to reevaluate your levels of energy. Summertime is the perfect time to really step back and not just think about your overall health as far as your exterior, but it is a great time to also think about your mental health. Summertime, things start to slow down, things start to drag down a little bit, and so you have often the opportunity to probably have more time to think about your mental health, but really take inventory, especially if you're somebody that has school age children, or you're a mom, or you're a dad. The hustle and bustle of the school year, when it comes to an end, it's kind of like, whoa, you know, we made it. We were in survival mode. So now's a good time for you to take some of that additional time that maybe not is dropping kids off or picking them up or running to this practice or that practice, and really thinking about your own personal well-being and where you are. Or if you don't have children, this is still an excellent time. This is a great opportunity to get out in the wilderness, in nature, on the beach. Like, the cold weather is behind us more than likely if you are in pretty much any part of America. So this is an excellent opportunity for you to think about, okay, where am I mentally? And if you're not in a good place, what are the steps that you need to take? This is an excellent time to maybe evaluate external therapy if that's something that you're interested in, or maybe you know and you have the gut check and you know what the things are that you need to do. I really encourage you to take summertime to do this. Summertime is like a season where the things that were planted in the spring start to bloom, but it's also still a time where you can plant new seed. Like, don't forget that. This isn't behind you. There is still lots of opportunity in front of you to do many of the things that you want to do and be the person that you want to be. A digital detox. Like, as much as I love that you're watching this YouTube video, summertime is the perfect time for a digital detox. That means cell phones put up, because you can really go outside and explore. You can have the opportunity to travel, visit new places, eat at new restaurants, visit your friends. Like, put the phone down. Like, put the phone down, the computer down, the iPad, step outside. Maybe not here in Houston because it's like 90% humidity, but step outside and really just get out of the house and do some of the things. And getting out of the house doesn't mean grandiose. It doesn't mean having a 4-star dinner. It doesn't mean that you get on an airplane. It doesn't mean that you go meet all of your girlfriends. It could literally mean that you put your hair in a ponytail, get in the keys in the car, and just take a drive down the highway, or go visit another store. One of the things that I think is kind of cool to do is that think about a store that you often frequent and pick a location that's outside of your normal location. So I love Trader Joe's, I love Target. Like, think about, just pick, I'm gonna go to the one across town, or I'm gonna go to the one 45 minutes away. Like, just the ambiance and the change of atmosphere. I'm gonna go grab something to eat over there. Like, getting out of the house, I think sometimes when people think of summer, they think of like these grand plans. Like, I'm going to Turks and Caicos, I'm going to the Bahamas. Like, bruh, getting out of the house means literally getting out of the house. Even if it's just taking a walk around your neighborhood and getting some fresh air in the morning, in the afternoon, or whatever time avails for you. So now let's look what's in front of you. Like, you may have even accomplished some of your goals that you set out in the beginning of the year. If you did, now's a good time to give yourself a celebration. Like, you did some things. So if you did some things and you're where you need to be and you feel accomplished and you feel happy, then I suggest you treat yourself. And treating yourself doesn't mean that you go buy a new purse, but treating yourself means that you take the time to tell yourself thank you. For example, I did some things at work that I'm really, really proud of that have made I think a significant impact in the environment that I work in. And so, you know, I don't need to go buy myself a Chanel bag to tell myself thank you, but I am going to do something nice for me that's for me and nobody else, just because, you know, it is hard work, a lot of the things that we do. And those goals, though they were vocational, they still meant something to me personally, and I was able to achieve them. And what I really want you to think about as you reflect on where you are is thinking about this concept from a 90-day perspective. Y'all, like, when I think about it being the beginning of summer and then I think about what 90 days would be, it's like September. Like, do you know how much you can get done? If I said, hey, it's January and we're going to reevaluate where you are in March, you would be like, okay, I've got some time. You would think, hey, I'm going to lose some weight, I'm going to get these things done, I'm going to start this business, I'm going to outline the book that I want to write. You would have that momentum because that's what society tells us, that it's the time of year where that positive momentum is brewing. The same exact thing happens in the summertime. In fact, I would argue you have even more time and less distractions during the summertime. It's just not what society tells us is the time for a reset. the reset is now. You can do it. And then lastly, gratitude. Like summer with the weather and being able to often see loved ones is an excellent time to just step back and think about gratitude. You know, I was at church yesterday and the sermon was, oh, it was so good. She basically was talking about don't forget, like remember who God is, remember the things he's done for you, remember the things that he's brought you out of, remember all of the times that you cried out to him and he was faithful. Like summer is an excellent time because you can step back and look at the clouds and look at the trees and things are blooming and children are playing and you can go to the beach and walk around and do those things. It is a good reminder of who God is and who God has said he's going to be in not just my life, but more than likely that your life too. So I really encourage you to spend some time this summer just being very grateful and having a positive attitude for what's in front of you. So summer is your opportunity. You can be unrecognizable 90 days from now if you just step back and reevaluate who you are and whose you are, and really just think about all that is in front of you, the opportunity, and just that should make you excited. This is your chance to reset. This is your chance to reevaluate. This is your chance to definitely give yourself props for all of the things that you've done, and I will see you in the next video.